You're watching good ball defense. You're watching good ball defense. You're watching good ball defense.
Hello guys, welcome back to more MindCrack. As always, this is Jason, and all I do on this server is place torches. So our border is currently at 436 over here. This is where we were last week at 425, so it's about right, about 10 blocks for the week. And I've done a bunch of nothing since last week on the server. Been pretty busy. I haven't even had a chance to play Space Chickens as I normally do. Been busy with lots of different things, and I guess I'll talk about those in today's episode. For those of you that enjoy the Talkie Torch Tuesdays, we're back at it. So I think the thing that everyone's going to want to hear about today, this week is, you know, I'm sure you're hearing about it everywhere, is the game that we've known and loved for all these years was started by a man named Marcus, commonly known as Notch, has reached a point where it's so wildly known that wildly known is what I said. I meant to say widely known. That you know, Microsoft wants it and wants it to be part of their library of things that they own, and so Microsoft has bought Mojang for $2.5 million, and that's been met with a wave of different emotions. And I think it's common for, in times as these, whatever, something that you kind of, for a lot of people, they feel like they've grown up with Minecraft. You know, they, or maybe not grown up with, sorry, that's the wrong way of saying it. They were there for its birth, and they've been there, you know, through all of it, and to see it change in a way such as this, it's hard to understand. You know, it's like you can't wrap your head around this thing that you've loved for so long, and now you're afraid that because it's someone else that's got creative control over it, it's going to be ruined. And you know, all I'm really going to do is give you my opinion on all of this, because I think everyone's entitled to their opinion on something like this, and I think okay. I think every opinion is going to be different, and I mean, obviously, right? That's how opinions work. I think there's going to be people that are really happy about this, there's going to be people that are really upset by this, but I don't think anyone can really know what this means at all at this point. I think even people that work at Mojang don't know what this means quite yet. I'm not upset by this change. If you want my opinion, I've been frustrated in the last year or so by some of the ways some things get handled in regards to Mojang as a company, and I think that this type of thing is actually probably going to be good for the community in the long run. I think it's going to be met with a lot of growing pains initially, because now Microsoft is the owner of this company, right? And they're going to want to make changes, I would think. I don't think that they're going to want to come in like a wrecking ball, because I don't think they're going to want to. I mean, obviously, they see an advertising potential here, right? I mean, let's look at why Amazon bought Twitch. You know, they probably don't understand this market very well. They understand it, but probably not as well as the people that have created Twitch and made it as popular as it is. But they, you know, Amazon sees the advertising potential, right? So that's why they bought it. And I have to think the same is true with Microsoft and Mojang. I mean, who knows? There might just be someone high up in Microsoft that really loves Minecraft, and they saw that Notch, whenever Notch tweeted out they would want this company after all the EULA bullshit. You know, maybe someone said, well, hey, now this is our chance. Let's see if we'll take an offer, right? So it could have just played out like that, right? I mean, it's something that's definitely been in the works for over a month now. So a lot of people within the company and etc. saw this happening, saw it coming, and you know, for a lot of us, it's just news within the last few weeks. But yeah, it's not something that you know, a lot of people didn't know about for a while, and have had a chance to kind of wrap their head around it. I hope, I mean, I think everyone does, that the soul that is Mojang, the thing that made Minecraft work, and the thing that makes it different from every game that's tried to capitalize on the same type of thing, is just the soul of the company, and the way the game was developed, designed, and brought to the public is just different. And that's what's made it so wildly popular. But that's also what makes it profitable for Microsoft, honestly, is if they don't mess that up. Where did you even come from? I thought I killed everyone over here. So, it's just hard to say how it's going to change the community. I mean, people are already asking these type of questions, obviously. And some people say nothing's going to change. And that's obviously not true. I think the only thing... Like, here's how Microsoft could totally screw up. They could come in and, just like a wrecking, like I said, and just suddenly say, alright, this is what we're changing. We're ditching all development on Minecraft, the current Minecraft. We're working on Minecraft 2 because we see it as an exclusive title that we can prevent on other things other than... this part of the map I hate. It's just rough. And I might just... Maybe I'm always getting here when it's getting dark. I don't know. Kill everybody. But yeah, you know, we're not going to develop the current version anymore. If we're working on part 2, we could, you know, we won't come to PlayStation. It'll only be on, because I think, you know, I don't foresee if there is a Minecraft 2, I don't foresee that being a title that we'll see on the PlayStation, for example. Pretty sure it'll be, you know, Xbox exclusive, right? And I'm sure we will start seeing a lot of Xbox exclusive content for. Oh my God! Why are there always so many skeletons in here? For the console version of Minecraft. I don't want all of this. This can go away. There we go. I'll take arrows instead. Thank you. I paired my armor before we started today, as you can see. That's where my levels went. I'm just gonna bust ass through here. This part of the map can just go to hell. I'm not gonna go through here and get all mad like I did last week. I was legitimately angry last week, man. It's just too many mobs. It's like overwhelming. It's like someone's like poking you on the side constantly, like, hey, hey, Guude, hey, 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 hey. And you're like, what? And they're like, nothing. So, how does this affect MindCrack? I keep getting tons of tweets like that. I don't think it affects MindCrack at all. I mean, look at our marathon, which is something I'd like to talk a lot about this episode, because that was the cool part of my week. The thing I'm excited to talk about. But if you look at our marathon, we hardly played any Minecraft except for UHC and a couple hours on the server. But the majority of the marathon wasn't Minecraft content. And we saw just as many donations. In fact, the segment that saw the most donations, aside from the UHC, was Mario Kart portion of the stream. So how will this affect MindCrack? Very little. MindCrack isn't really about Minecraft. And I have to say that a lot because people seem to forget it. But MindCrack is a group of gamers that play lots of stuff, and some of that's Minecraft. I wonder if this will be the catalyst that starts maybe the end of Minecraft as a popular genre of games, or the go-to game. I'm pretty sure I'm DC'd right now. I'm gonna just go ahead and assume I'm DC'd because nothing's moving. Well, that guy's kind of moving, but I can't eat. Yeah, I'll be right back. All right, back. So yeah, I think the community loses a little bit of itself each time something happens like this. Like we look at, you know, a lot of people use the EULA as a scapegoat as far as I'm quitting Minecraft now because of the EULA. I mean, there were legitimate people that you know, that said that, but I think a lot of even what we saw with Bucket and the people involved in that decision were just using the EULA as a scapegoat. I don't think, I mean, there's part of that, and part of it, you know, it only takes a certain amount of things to basically make you lose your interest in a community, so to speak. And I think it's possible. Listen here. Just listen to me. Everyone listen. You especially. Well, you just Secret Service for that, didn't you? Oh, you fucking witch. Ah! getting mad. So, I mean, sometimes people are looking for a reason to move on. It's even like that with like relationships in real life, right? You look for a reason out of a relationship, and you'll take, you know, she didn't fucking close the trash can for the 3rd time. We're done. It's like, yeah, it's not really why you're done. You were looking for a reason. Yeah. I hate to tell you guys, me and my wife got divorced over the trash can. I'm just kidding. But you know, I think that's true with lots of things. People, they're looking for an out, and the first chance they get, they take it. And I think there are people that will use this as that, right? You know, oh, well, now that Microsoft owns it, I'm done with it completely. But really, you just wanted a reason to be done with it anyways, and you know, now you got one. But there are people that legitimately have things that they don't like about Microsoft, and they may legitimately not want to be involved in Minecraft anymore as a result. And that's fair too. If that's how you feel so strongly against Microsoft, then sure. I mean, Notch flipped shit over Facebook buying Oculus Rift, right? Because he probably felt like he was wronged. And I think you know, a lot of people are giving Notch shit over this. It's all about money and stuff like that. But I believe him whenever he says exactly everything he says. I don't think he's trying to be coy with any of us. I think that he recognizes the situation that he's in, and he created an amazing game that is loved by millions of people. And you know, it was a fluke. He didn't sit down one day and say, "All right, now I'm creating the next big thing. Here we go." You know, he doesn't know how this all happened, and I mean that happens a lot. But it's not his personality type, I guess. I mean, I don't know the guy. I've met him a couple times, but I can't claim to be his friend or anything like that. But you know, I have followed him through the years, and yeah. I believe whenever he talks about how depressed the community's made him and stuff like that. I think that the whole EULA stuff was handled terribly from a business point of view from Mojang, and I think that type of stuff won't happen more than likely with Microsoft. But that said, Microsoft will be more faceless than Mojang has been. You know, great. He didn't actually turn it on, did he? No, it just happened. Seth. You know, I think Microsoft will be able to get away with, you know. Okay, here's an example. When I owned my web hosting company, I didn't have very many employees. And when I first started, I didn't have any employees. It was just me, right? But even once I got employees, we handled support in a way that made it feel like it was a bigger company than it was, because it was easier to deal with customers whenever they couldn't say, "Let me talk to Jason, the owner." And I think Notch even tried to get away from that kind of perspective of the company whenever he kind of stepped back, started working on his other game. He left, you know, Dinnerbone in charge of the PC version, Jeb was in charge of Pocket Edition, and you know, Notch really wasn't that involved. And I think he wanted the community to know that too, and a lot of the community never understood that, never picked up on it. So anytime anything would happen, it would instantly be Notch did it. You know, like again, this whole EULA stuff, that Notch wasn't involved at all with any of that. Oh, it's a thunderstorm even, not just a rainstorm. Great, I'm so excited by that. But he got all the shit for it, right? I mean, on a very, very smaller scale, I feel like that a lot sometimes with MindCrack. You know, something will happen, and then it's all, you know, why did you allow this Guude? And it's like, well, fuck you. I had nothing to do with any of this. What the fuck are you talking about? Or like decisions will be made as a group, and it's like, well, Guude decided we're not doing singles UHC anymore. That's one of the common ones. Like, fuck you. I didn't decide any of this shit. What the fuck all of you that say these things. That wasn't genuine anger, but that's sometimes it is. It's like, man, fuck. And so if I could feel that way on this small scale that I have to deal with shit like that, I can't even imagine what it's like for someone like Notch, you know. So man, I I don't have a problem with any of this, is what I'm trying to say. I wish them all the best of luck. You know, the closest friend I have in Mojang is Dinnerbone, and I hope everything is good for him more than anything. I mean, you know, I care about all of them, and you know, even I've given Lydia crap in the past, but I mean, her and I have talked on several occasions, and I think I consider her a friend even. I mean, her and my wife talked for a while at the last Minecon. Whenever me and my wife were in Paris, you know, Lydia gave us suggestions on some romantic places to go and stuff like that. You know, it's not just a business relationship. So even though I've been critical of her before, I try really hard not to anymore, because I know that she's overworked, and you know, people give her so much shit too, like you know, what kind of position is director of fun and stuff like that, and it's like, you know, that's what she does, and it was the type of role that she had prior to joining Mojang, and that's one of the things that made Mojang special, is that it could have a title like director of fun, because that's not something that, I mean, I'm kind of worried about what's her position going to be with Microsoft. Hopefully she has some role still with Minecraft. Yeah, I mean, just little things like that type of stuff, I guess I'm more worried about than anything. I just want everyone to remember what it is that made this the success that it is, and it isn't any one thing. It was a little bit of everything. All these different communities coming together. Guys like Dinnerbone that started a bucket, you know, to make the server support really, really work. All the people that started Feed the Beast or Tekkit or Forgecraft. The different communities that sprung up from different games, like, which is the two that come to mind are Race for Wool and UHC, which is both started here, but they, you know, even though they started here, they've seen much more light in the different Reddit communities that took them and ran with them and made something bigger and better than, you know, than any one person could have done. And I think that kind of encompasses Minecraft as a whole. It's all these different little communities and groups of people that have made this something bigger than the one thing that it is. You know, it's a game, but it's way bigger than that. And you don't see that happen very often with games or really anything. So it's just special, you know. And it's not special just because it was the most unique or anything. Like, let's use another example. Let's look at Harry Potter. Harry Potter is something that's kind of done very similar things, but there's nothing really unique or new about Harry Potter. It just happened to be the time. It was time for it, you know? The people's interests, the right things happened at the right time, the right communities formed, and people made Harry Potter bigger than J.K. Rowling could have done on her own, for example. So I think Minecraft is similar in that aspect. You know, the same game could have been created at, you know, I mean, it's similar games have been created, you know. I mean, Notch was basing Minecraft off of games that he enjoyed. So, I think this whole thing is like a Cinderella story in a way. It's very beautiful how it's all kind of happened, and I don't think anyone out there that begrudges Notch just doesn't really have that right. I don't think. I can't think of anyone that would have that right. I mean, like, whenever we're talking about Notch getting upset with the sell of the Oculus Rift, for example, he backed that. You know, he was a big backer in the Kickstarter, so he felt invested because he was invested monetarily. But I don't think there's anyone that can feel the same about Minecraft and Mojang. You know, there's tons of people that have put a lot of time into helping this game become popular. You know, that wasn't just Notch, but I think the only people maybe that could feel as invested and possibly have a right to be butthurt is any of the people like Jeb or Dinnerbone or any of those guys have that right. But I don't think any of them are. I think everyone at Mojang is probably happy about this. I'm sure that there's probably a little bit of sadness too. You know, I mean, I would feel sad. I think just a little bit, you know, because you feel like you're part of this thing, and now it's owned by a big corporation, right? So, you know, like even looking at Minecons and stuff, Mojang has frequently said, we know we're just a small indie company. We're not in this to make big conventions and stuff. We're just a tiny indie company. And they can't say that anymore. They can't say we're just an indie company, because no, you're not. You're Microsoft now. But I think that's going to be good for you guys to some degree. Might be hell for us. Though I guess, honestly, Seth reminds me of this all the time. Every time I say that if MindCrack got any bigger, I don't know if I can handle it. He reminds me that we sign from the moment we enter to the moment we leave. So there's no possibility of signing any more than we already do at Minecon. So I have to keep reminding myself of that. It doesn't matter how much bigger Minecon gets. I couldn't work any harder. I don't think any of us, I don't think any YouTuber could work any harder at Minecon than they do already. In fact, I'm glad I can go places like PAX without that same. I don't know how famous you have to be swarmed at PAX, because like we always hang out, like me and Jordan and all of us guys, and Jordan's like way bigger than me. He has to deal with it more than I do, but even he can walk around and hang out. So I don't know. I'm glad though. I really enjoy all of these conventions. But I do enjoy a little bit of like breathing too. My wife just uploaded all the pictures from Minecon last year actually on the site. I put them on the Reddit too for anyone that didn't see that. It was during the marathon. Yeah, just looking back at those pictures, it's like, man, I don't remember any of this. It was so exhausting, that whole convention. And I'm sad we're not going to get one this year, but with everything else that's going on, I think it's probably for the best. It would have been hard to pull off a Minecon in the midst of a company transition and stuff like that. So, yeah, yeah, that's really all. Like I said, just remember the people that made this all, guys. Not just Mojang and not just Notch. Remember all the different communities, big and small, the servers, places like MindCrack and Hermitcraft, and even the small ones. You know, every community is what made this game what it is now. And as long as Microsoft doesn't try to change that, then I don't think they can mess. This is going to be a hard thing to mess up. So they're going to have to try to mess this up. But it wouldn't be the first time a company has come in and done something like that. So let's just all kind of sit back. We could speculate as much as we want, but none of us really know what's going to happen. Even people at Mojang don't know completely. So let's just all kind of sit back and see what happens. And I'm sure that in the end it'll work itself out. And if it all goes to shit, at least we had a good time while we did, right? Speaking of good times, this past weekend we did our second MindCrack marathon. Went over 24 hours, or went for 24 hours. Last year we went for 48 hours. So last year we did it for Child's Play charity. We went for 48 hours and we raised $118,000 total. This year we went for Extra Life charity and we went for 24 hours and we raised $113,000 total. So a much quicker. We didn't raise as much money, but we did, like, per time per money we raised way more, if that makes sense. And that's all thanks to you guys for showing up, donating. It was really awesome. We had a ton of fun, obviously. The UHC was the big highlight of the whole thing. The first live UHC, we had tons of guests. Guys like Syndicate, Captain Sparkles, Ant Venom, Blue Bayou, Just Fun, Scott, Great Scott LP, Brent Copeland. Maz was supposed to be there, but he's a big jerk and didn't show up. Let's see here. People were asking early on why Kurt wasn't on the list of people to play and stuff. Kurt had something that he thought he was going to have to do, so he didn't want to commit. Everyone's like, no, it's because he supports Child Play. And he's like, just because Kurt's not like anti every other charity or something, people. I always think it's funny. Oh, alright then. Well, you win this round, Creeper. Actually, I guess you lose. You're like a spider, or no, not like a spider. You're like a bee. You have no butt now. You ripped your butt right off, Creeper. So yeah, it was a ton of fun, as UHC always is, but I think it being live really changed the game in a way that was amazing. A lot of people were reluctant going into it, saying that it was going to be a terrible idea, you can't do a live UHC, and I think we proved those people wrong. That wasn't our goal to, like, we're going to prove you wrong, but we did. We totally proved you wrong. I'm going to cut through here. So as you guys know, you were able to donate and affect the game, and you guys donated and affected the game. There was supposed to be a spectator server where anyone that donated would get to, like, the game would replicate and you'd be able to spectate live. A bug came up and they weren't able to get it working beforehand. And Sevidus has gotten a lot of flack for this, and I kind of gave him flack during the stream, but he talked to me more about it after the fact, and I understand better now. But basically, they were gonna have to roll out a patch and reboot the UHC server to fix it. The problem, the biggest thing was they weren't even sure if that was going to fix it. So Sevidus told him not to do it because it looked like it was going to be about an hour of downtime to patch it, resync everything, and try again. And so he said, let's just go. And so afterwards, you know, I asked him during the stream, you know, how did the Spectator stuff go? And he said, it didn't work. We had to reboot. He's like, should I have done that? And I was like, well, I would have. And then so everyone kind of shit on him after that, like, oh well, Sevidus made the executive decision here, and I feel for the guy because, like I was talking about earlier, you know, I understand what it's like to have everyone suddenly hate you for a decision you had to make because a decision had to be made, right? So in hindsight, you know, at the time I gave him shit for it, but in hindsight, knowing now exactly what all went into it, it wasn't just a server reboot. It wasn't like a 5-minute downtime. It was up to possibly an hours of downtime, and no guarantee that it would even work, and possibly could break the UHC server itself. So we would be really screwed, and we'd already wasted an hour because a couple people passed out and were late. Syndicate was late, and Bacon Donut never showed up. He totally set his alarm wrong. He came in like 2 hours late and was like, oh man, I had my schedule all messed up. So yeah, I think that Seb's made the right decision. You guys, I mean, obviously it really sucks because everyone donated. I mean, you know, your money still went to charity as you intended, but I know that everyone, as much as you want to say, well, it's for a good cause and the money went to charity, some people only give the money because they want the Spectator server, and I don't begrudge you guys for that at all. I know that. I'm not stupid. I know that, you know, yeah, great, the money's going to charity, but, you know, we kind of bought a product. And even though that doesn't really work that way, I know that that's really, it comes down to that, and I don't, like I said, I don't begrudge anybody for that. I mean, there's reasons why you give incentives, adjectives and incentives to donate for things like this, because you want to get, you want to give people something for their donation. And so yeah, it sucks that it didn't work, and I said on Reddit too, but I'll mention it here as well. I know there's no way to fix that now, but I've asked Seb to send me a list of all the emails. He hasn't got it to me yet. He's been busy. We've all been very tired after staying awake for 24 hours too. But Seb's going to send me a list of all the emails for everyone that donated. It's about 2,500 people, and I'll email all of you. And if you send me your in-game name, I'll give you a month of Patreon on Play MindCrack. And like I said, I know it's not the same thing. I know you're not going to get to live spectate the UHC like you had hoped, but it's something. It's the best we got. It's the only thing we really have we can give. When I originally asked how many people it was, we still have like 800 poster cards from the first MindCon. I was going to say maybe I could mail those out, but there's not enough of those, and honestly, I don't want to have to deal with shipping or any of those ever again anyway, so I'm kind of glad there's not enough of those. Man, shipping those after the first, not the first MindCon, after the last MindCon was painful. So, yeah, if you donated and you didn't get to do the Spectator, like I said, we'll give you a free month of Patreon on Play MindCrack. It's a $10 value. And you still did get to give the item to whatever player in the game. There were $10 items, so I think we should have added Bottles of Enchanting. I mean, that's one of those hindsight things, but if we'd had Bottles of Enchanting, I think that would have been really cool, because like we were getting stuff that we needed levels for, and so we were like spending time grinding. But everyone that came out, you guys did a great job donating, making us hit our goal. It was awesome. Oh, you fucker. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, that's all I want. I just want to be up here with this creeper. All these creepers. And tons of help from the community, everyone that helped us moderate the chat, moderate the moderators on Reddit. The Reddit moderators did a great job updating all the information. We passed League of Legends as far as the most watched stream on Twitch during the time. We had like 160,000 viewers in total, I believe it was, across all channels. Yeah, so it was a good stream. I really like the way we did it this year with a clear schedule. The last marathon, we didn't do something like that. You know, it was just kind of up in the air. We had kind of a tentative schedule, but like I said, it was kind of up in the air. But this time we did it, you know, and we encompassed everything that kind of makes up MindCrack to some degree. We got the Gary's mod in, we got the Mario Kart in, and stuff like that. I'm really surprised how much support we have for Mario Kart, if I'm being honest. Just how many of you guys love the series. I think that it gets kind of repetitive, but it doesn't seem to matter. And yeah, you guys just and like during the stream, just so many donations came in during the Mario Kart section. Just, I don't know, kind of just makes me happy that you guys enjoy something like that. It's not Minecraft. Same with the Gary's mod stuff. And Sims 4 has been just crazy. You guys are loving Sims 4, and I'm having so much fun playing it. It's not even funny. But anyways, guys, I think that's really it for me this week. I do have some plans on here, but I don't know how my week's gonna look. I've been busy with all kinds of stuff, not just the charity event. We got a lot of stuff going on with Play MindCrack, so check that stuff out if you get a chance. Hopefully this week I'll do a video showing off some of the changes we're making on there, because there's tons of stuff going on there as well with the new developers. You guys probably saw some of that on the stream, but yeah, that's about it for me today, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Oh, good. Hey. Am I still in the game?
Yeah.
Oh, it makes it full screen.
Well, my screen turned black.
I'm loving this that everyone's just in the bed. It looks amazing.
Oh, here I am, back.
Wonder if we're gonna get attacked.
Did we all sleep? Oh,
We all slept. It's amazing. I expected us to get attacked.
outstanding. I woke up and Michael was in me.
What happened through the night, we'll never know.
I am in
Nebris-
you.
Nebris tried putting cactus on me. That trick that
I
you were
told you.
doing to me.
I told
Oh,
you
there's a
that's
creeper.
where I
I'm gonna
got
let
it
it
from.
kill him. It's got eyes for him. Kill him. Ah, he saw it. Nebris, he's a
see it.
genius. All around
He is.
genius.
Oh man.
Why am I still black?
Yes, it hurt him.
That's how this thing works.
Look at him.
Nebris.
Look at him
Look at
doing the cactus thing. Does he do this on a regular basis?
It's the thing he does.
Nebris, stop it! Stop it! Right now.
Stop.
He's eating zombie meat flesh. Why is he doing that?
It's gonna turn into a zombie.
He knows something we don't know.
Evil genius. I think it fills you up, but it poisons you for a little bit.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
eat it.
What'd you say?
Said you can eat it, but it's just not recommended.
Yeah. I'll just, because I'm not really sure what to do. You know, I'll kind of just... I don't want to...
Embarrass yourself?
I don't want to impede on...
I don't think he's worried about that.
No, I do that. That's me. That's what I do.
Well, I think that we can all safely chop down all the trees without any problem. I know that's an annoying, boring-ass task, but I think we have to do it, don't we?
They all must be chopped.
I think so.